Alright, Shalom. First off, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem HaKodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of the great millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. And peace and salutations to all the Akim out there pushing this word and truth in this city. It's the brother Ganar from the DC camp coming back at you with another video. First of all, this is going to be an actually quick video. Just going into the, continuing on the show, the milk. And obviously, if you don't know, the milk was created for brothers coming into the faith, and just quick hits, important things to know, very very basic, very basic topics, most brothers will know right off the bat. And the milk videos are intended to be short. They're intended to be short, and it's something that's building your foundation. Lord Will, we're going to entitle this video Only Israel Can Sin. And it's just circling everything down to understanding that salvation is only for Israel, and understanding that Israel is the only nation that needs to be saved. So we're just going to jump right into it. This is 1 John 3 and 4, and it says, Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. Right now, so it says, whosoever committeth sin transgresseth the law. Now, what is law? What is the law? It's going all the way back to the law of Moses. Even further, it's going back to the covenant that was agreed upon by our father Abraham and the Most High Yahweh. And I'm gonna go jump to that in the scripture as well. This is Genesis 17, verse 7. It says, and I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee in the generations, for an everlasting covenant, to be a God unto thee, and to thy seed after thee. And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, in the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I will be their God. Right now, when you talk about the covenant, what comes with that covenant was the law, right? And I'm gonna just keep reading. It says, verse 9, and the Most High said unto Abraham, Thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore, thou and thy seed after thee, thou and thy seed after thee in their generations. This is my covenant which thou shalt keep between me and you and thy seed. Every man child among you shall be circumcised. Right now, that's going into the law. That's an Israelite custom. That's a customs that we as a people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, that we've always kept. I believe it was Moses in the scriptures where Lord's well, I'm not misquoting it. If a brother would come across this video, I'm gonna look it up after the video, but Jake ain't really look it up, but brother, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Moses where I think he was where he see the Most High and his woman. So I don't know, bro. Brothers know, but it's an Israelite custom to be circumcised, But I wanna give me 1 second. Yeah, it's another topic, but pretty much, shit. Yeah, because it was something. It's all good, but pretty much, the point is, it was a covenant agreed upon by Abraham, and it was given down to Isaac, and then it was given unto Jacob, which we understand that Jacob Jacob, when he wrestled with the angel, his name was changed unto Israel, which was the progenitor of Israel. So the promise was passed down to the Israelites. So that covenant that was agreed upon by Abraham was pertaining to that promise, which was passed down to Isaac. Then we understand the story if you're going back into Genesis 25, 26, 27, where it was talking about pretty much the beginning of Jacob and Esau, and then going into the blessing and how Jacob, which his name is Jacob in the Hebrew, meaning the supplanter, he supplanted Esau, you know. So Jacob supplanted Esau by doing what? By taking his birthright. Now Esau sold his birthright unto Jacob though, you know, because he didn't have patience. He was so hungry he wanted to eat. And Jacob uh traded over his food to Esau. So Esau sold his blessing unto us. Our forefather Jacob. You see? So the only ones who could truly sin, the only ones who could truly transgress the law is the Israelites because it was only given to the Israelites. You see? I'm a jump to Deuteronomy real quick. This is Deuteronomy 7 verse 6. It says, "For thou art a holy people." And that word holy means separate. So the Most High separated us from the rest of the nations. You see? It says, "For thou art a holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all the people that are upon the face of the earth." You see? So Yahweh, when he made that agreement with Abraham, because Abraham was found faithful unto Yahweh. When Abraham went to sacrifice Isaac, one of our forefathers, the father of Jacob, he went to sacrifice him. He was found faithful, because he actually hearkened and listened, and that's the whole thing, man. One of the first commandments in the scriptures was hearken Israel, man. Listen to Israel. Listen, Israel. Our whole duty was to follow directions, as the scriptures say. Obedience is better than sacrifice, man. So we are to listen, and Abraham showed that one showed the greatest example of listening by willing to even sacrifice his son, man. The son that was the only one that was actually birthed by his actual wife, man. So Salaki, that was heavy within itself because he passed down the promise unto Isaac, and Isaac passed down the promise unto Jacob, which his name was changed to Israel and was given to us. So the covenant wasn't given to anybody but us. Salakia, which was Israel. So where it says in Deuteronomy 7 and 6, it says, "For thou art a holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all the people that are upon the face of the earth." Now that shows a separation right there. That shows that there's a specific group of people that was chosen to be over everybody. Now that specific group of people didn't do what they were supposed to do. Now you jump to the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 1. It says, "And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe." Look, it says, hold up, I'm going to slow down. It says, "And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently," meaning listen, unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe the voice of Yahweh thy power, to Salaki, unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that Yahweh thy power will set thee on high above all the nations that are above all the nations. So like it set thee on high above all the nations of the earth. Right. So that's talking about the Israelites. Now we obviously know at that time we didn't do that. And so you jump down to 15, it says, but it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Now in these curses, the actual last curse shows you that because we didn't listen, and that is the law, man. You know, the law of Moses is not just 10 commandments, man. There's 613 laws in the book. So Israel as a whole, us as a people as a whole, did not hearken, man. We didn't listen. So all these curses on Deuteronomy 28 and 15 on down was applied unto us, which means we needed saving, man. We needed saving. So you jump to Matthew's 1, St. Matthew's 1, right? And 21. And it's talking about Yahweh Shai. It says, and she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh Shai, for he shall save his people from their sins. The word Jesus means in the Hebrew Yahweh Shai, meaning he saves. He is the deliverer. And it says he shall save his people from their sins. Let's jump back to 1 John 3 and 4. 1 John 3 and 4, it says, whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. So the only people that was given the law was the Israelites. So the only people who's truly going to obtain salvation or obtain forgiveness is the Israelites who was bound under the law, man. So when you go to scriptures like Galatians, right? Because brothers that know me know I always, pull out that in Galatians. Shalakia, give me 1 second. So, in Galatians, right, it says, verse 2 verse 16. It says, knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Even we have believed in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, that we might be justified by the faith of Hamashiach, and not by the works of the law. For by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified. So when you read scriptures like that, you automatically think that, okay, well, things have changed. The law is done away with. But who needs justification? You feel me? Who needs justification? It's the Israelites. Because now it was a thing that the Israelites couldn't keep the law. So you see that time and time again, the Israelites kept getting beat, kept getting messed up, man. We kept getting beat down because we was unable to keep the law. You gotta understand everything in the scriptures, including the Apocrypha for brothers that got the King 1600, King James 1600 version. The original Bible with the Apocrypha putting in there. For brothers like that, man, man, the entire scriptures was all about the Israelites, man. So my whole point is, for brothers just coming into this truth, don't let nobody tell you anything, man. Salvation is only unto Israel. When it says in Malachi, 4 and 2, it says, "But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow as calves in the stall." When it says healing in his wings, the only ones who truly need healing are the Israelites. Because we was the ones that's living. Look, heaven and hell is a condition played out on earth. We were the ones living in our hell, man. You see? So, Lord's will, I made the point. It was a quick point. I kind of rambled on a little bit. But Lord's will, the point was there, man. Only Israel can sin. Only Israel can sin. And you need deliverance from your sins. So the only thing for Israel, the only people who's going to get salvation is the Israelites. So I could go into it real quick without reading it, but John 3 and 16, that word world in John 3 and 16 is a Greek term saying cosmos, meaning a specific order in this, man. It's talking about a specific people, man, or an arrangement of a specific people. It's not the entire world, man. It's not the entire world. That's not what it means, man. That's why the scriptures say, "Study to show thyself approved," man. You got to go into the words to truly understand, man, that this is about Israel, man. This is about the world and the life of an Israelite, man. It's not about what everything else you see, man. If you don't carry the spirit of an Israelite, this ain't for you. So with that, Lord's will, I made my point in that brothers was edified. So with that, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rachakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of the great millstone who rule well. And a sincere peace and salutation to all the Akim out there pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.